go to both of them except for Coach Holtz because we both have long speeches. But so 4 years of wrestling has taught me like so many more things than I ever would have imagined when I came out. The usual things, mainly just sportsmanship, hard work, dedication, and leadership. But it was more than that because it took it from the mat and took it into the real world. And I mean, that's mainly the coaching staff, and that's what they preach, is that it's more than just a sport. It helps you transform your whole life from school to when you graduate, go to college, and get a job. So, I'm sure you've heard all about the coaches rambling and all that, but somewhere it stuck because look at us 7. I mean, we're doing pretty well. So, it's a weird thing, wrestling. It's like you come home completely exhausted, and all you want is just like a drink of water and food, but that's the last thing you can have. And like the only other guys are like the 30 other guys on the team that would understand that. So it's amazing to be part of something that close and special. For me, the season just finished up fantastically. Even though I wasn't where I wanted to be when it started, they always say it's not where you start but where you finish, and luckily for me I finished exactly where I wanted to. And for me that just shows that hard work and dedication pays off. But it could not have been possible without all of you guys, because every time I go out there, if those stands were empty, I would have nothing to wrestle for. And so it fills my, it feels so good when people come out and support us, because not many people know about how hard and how much work this sport takes. And I think as parents, you guys do see most of that, and you recognize that, so thank you guys. Also, specifically to my parents and grandparents, I knew you guys, in case you didn't know, as a freshman, I wasn't really sure what sport I would play, but I knew no matter what sport I chose, you would come out and support, and you guys pretty much come to everything and feel awful when you miss one thing, so for me, that's huge because I love having you guys there, and it gives me something to look forward to after I win, and I can go up to the stands and hug my mom and grandma. So thank you guys for coming. I know it took a while to adjust because it's not a normal sport. It took you guys a while to learn to yell something other than go, 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 go. But even though you guys still yelled at it, you guys a little more in tune with the sport now, so thank you guys. You really have tried to learn and tried to help, so thank you. Now to the coaches. Coach Demansky, it's funny that Coach Justin said something about you helping him, because my freshman year I wanted to quit too, because Christian Chenord and John Coe, and they would just beat us up all the time, but it's funny because look where they are and look where we are. So a big part of that is you, because you talk to all of us, and obviously your word stuck with us, and it helped us carry through to where we are now. Coach Luke, I love our chats and discussions in the stands, and I mean, I know that some of the wrestling aspect we didn't really go together with, but still you helped me watch wrestling in a different way from a more technical standpoint, and that honestly did help, so thank you. To the Buntings, even though they're not here tonight, they helped us kind of learn a new style of wrestling, and even if you didn't learn something from it, it helps you to defend it. So I think they helped our whole team out. Coach Campbell, you're a pretty quiet guy, so when you speak, I always have to listen, because you always have something good to say. And you have so many tips and tricks for every little situation. I can always ask you about anything I want. And it's amazing how much you believed in me this whole year, because I remember walking out from a meet one time, and you were walking out with your girlfriend behind me, and you just turned to her and go, "He's going to be all-state in 3 sports." And you didn't say that jokingly, you said that in all seriousness, and I just walked to my car smiling. So thank you. You really gave me confidence, and it honestly did help. Coach Holtz, thank you. You're a bit different, but your difference is what makes you great. Your inability to realize when you started repeating yourself, it really helps drill into us what we need to know. I mean, I say that kind of jokingly, but I'm serious, because we've all learned lessons, and if you'd only told us those lessons once, I doubt we would have gotten them. Let's see. So, but yeah, the goal setting thing, I think all the coaches have mentioned that. It really helped me, because coaches, we were talking about it when I got when I came up for the award, but Coach always said, set your goals ridiculously high. So when I was writing my goal sheet, I like to put a lot of time and effort into it, so I was thinking, like, what could I honestly do this season? So I thought, well, I could probably place in districts and place in state, and then eventually place in states and get top 8. So I wrote that down, but it wasn't due till like a Friday or something, so I was thinking about it later, and I was like, but no, that's really not ridiculous. Like, that's kind of believable. So I changed it, and what I wrote down was win districts, win regionals, and top 4 of the state. And I changed my mentality. My iPod passcode was 8674, which spells out top 4. So every time I would look at my iPod, like, I'd have to type in top 4, and I would get reminded every single day. And like, it's those little tips and tricks that you coaches inspire. And it honestly, it helped, because without reminding myself every day, I might have forgotten, and I would not have gotten as far as I got. Lastly, Coach Schultz. As I said earlier, wrestling makes you appreciate what you have more, but unfortunately, it does that by taking away what you really, really want. His passing made me appreciate what life we have and the coaches that we have. He has, without doubt, inspired me the most. But that was not at all his only contribution, because, as Coach said, as I was standing on that quarterfinal match, waiting for that decision, I could see Coach Schultz whispering in that ref's ear, like, hey, he deserves it. So I know it sounds cheesy, but I was standing on that net praying, and I knew he was working his magic up there, so I have to thank him, because I know it was him. And one last thank you to Justin Schofield. Every day in practice, there would come a point where I was like, I just really want to quit. Like, I was tired, I was bruised. Sometimes it would come early, sometimes it would come late. And I'd always be wrestling Justin, and he'd always push me. And I'd always have to respond, because I couldn't let Justin win. And, you know, that's a drill partner. And on the mats, we push each other, but off the mats, we're good friends. And I mean, I think that's a definition of a drill partner. And I know that he didn't really achieve as much as he would like, but he helped me to achieve what I really wanted. And so, like, that's the definition of selflessness, and I can't thank him enough. So finally, to all the guys, like, just set your goals and really think and work and achieve them, because you can. And like, if you truly believe that you can, you can. And absolutely nothing feels better than when you can achieve your goals. And like, if you want proof, ask how Justin and I feel, because we're on opposite sides. And I honestly, I feel awful, but like, I would give anything to give you like that medal, man. Like, because I know you deserve it. I know you deserve it more than anybody. But thank you. So yeah, I could go on forever, but like, you're just a great drill partner. But yeah, thank you to everybody.